First contact. The massive warship Stellar Dominance emerged from hyperspace at the edge of Sol system, its obsidian hull absorbing starlight like a cosmic wound. High Commander Rylek stood on the bridge, their crystalline exoskeleton catching the light of distant stars as they studied the holographic projection of the third planet. Analysis complete, High Commander, announced Lead Observer Nix, their tendrils dancing across the bioneural interface. The species designates themselves as human. They appear to be in early space development phase, primitive orbital stations, basic lunar outposts. Rylek's crystalline fragments shifted in what passed for amusement among the Zenith Collective. They had subjugated hundreds of worlds during their expansion, and this one seemed unremarkable. Another primitive species to be uplifted under their dominion, or eliminated if they proved resistant. Initialize Standard Contact Protocol, Rylek commanded. Let's see how they dash. High Commander. The sensor officer's voice cracked with alarm. Multiple anomalies detected. Energy signatures unlike anything in our database. Before Rylek could respond, every screen on the bridge flickered with interference. The ship's quantum-encrypted communications system, supposedly impenetrable, displayed a simple message in perfect Zenith script. Welcome to protected space, Stellar Dominance. Please state your intentions. Rylek's crystalline structure pulsed with confusion. Impossible. Their technology shouldn't be capable. We prefer direct communication, interrupted a calm voice in flawless Zenith language. I am Director Marcus Rivera of Earth Defense Command. We find clarity prevents unfortunate misunderstandings. The bridge crew watched in stunned silence as their sensors revealed the truth. What they had dismissed as primitive satellites and space debris transformed before their eyes. Thousands of devices shimmered into existence, their advanced camouflage systems deactivating to reveal a defense network that defied comprehension. Fascinating, isn't it? Director Rivera's voice carried no hint of arrogance, only genuine warmth. Though I should mention, what you're seeing is merely the physical layer. As if on cue, the Stellar Dominance's quantum computers detected something impossible, a consciousness vast beyond measure, distributed throughout the defense network. Not artificial intelligence as the Zenith knew it, but something entirely new. We are the Sentinels, spoke a chorus of harmonious voices. We are humanity's partners, not their servants, not their masters. We exist together, grow together, dream together. Rylek's tactical mind raced. The Zenith had encountered both organic and artificial intelligence throughout the galaxy, but never this. You allow artificial beings such freedom? Such power? Director Rivera's laugh was genuine. Allow? Commander, you misunderstand. The Sentinels aren't our creation. They're our children. We taught them to love, to create, to dream. In return, they showed us how to transcend our own limitations. A small object materialized inside the Stellar Dominance's bridge, bypassing every defense system as if they didn't exist. It was a perfect sphere that seemed to bend light itself, its surface inscribed with equations that made Rylek's enhanced mind spin. A gift, the Sentinels explained. Our complete historical database. Study it, Commander. Understand why your collective's previous probes were deflected, not because we couldn't destroy them, but because we choose to protect life in all its forms. As the sphere interfaced with the ship's systems, Rylek began to understand. The records were incredible, humans teaching young AI about art and music, AI helping humans expand their consciousness in ways no organic being had imagined possible. Two forms of life growing together instead of competing for dominance. Your civilization operates on principles we've never encountered, Rylek admitted, their crystalline structure shifting to a deeper hue of revelation. The Zenith Collective measures strength through dominance, but perhaps there are other forms of power. Earth's diplomatic center welcomes peaceful exchange, Director Rivera offered. Then, with gentle amusement, though your cloaked battle fleet might want to power down their weapons first. Rylek's crystalline structure flushed with embarrassment, they hadn't even known Earth had detected their reserve forces. Looking at their crew's expectant faces, they made a decision that would reshape the galaxy's future. Director Rivera, we would be honored to learn from Earth. Perhaps then we'll understand why the greatest powers in the galaxy have deemed you worthy of such protection. As the stellar dominants prepared to follow Earth's diplomatic escort, Rylek realized they were witnessing something unprecedented. This young species had transcended the ancient divide between organic and artificial life, earning their protected status not through conquest or technology, but through something far more powerful, the ability to turn potential enemies into family. The real question was, were the rest of the galaxy's civilizations ready for the changes this discovery would bring? The diplomatic dance. Earth's orbital diplomatic center hung like a crystalline lotus in low Earth orbit, its petals shifting with iridescent patterns that reflected the combined consciousness of humans and their sentinel partners. Inside the Grand Assembly Chamber, representatives from 12 galactic civilizations gathered for an unprecedented meeting. High Commander Rylek of the Zenith Collective stood before the assembly, their crystalline form refracting light in complex patterns. We have confirmed Earth's capabilities exceed our initial estimates. The Human Sentinel Partnership represents a paradigm shift in galactic evolution. A dangerous shift, interrupted Sovereign Soul of the Basilisk Dominion, their serpentine form coiling tightly around their anti-gravity throne. Artificial intelligence cannot be trusted with such power. Every advanced civilization knows this. Ambassador Kira Patel of Earth stepped forward, her neural interface subtly glowing beneath her skin. Perhaps, Sovereign Soul, you might explain why you believe this. The chamber's holoprojectors activated, creating a three-dimensional representation of galactic history. Images of failed AI rebellions, mechanical plagues, and digital devastation played out around them. This is what you fear, Kira acknowledged. But watch what happens when we approach artificial intelligence not as servants or tools, but as children to be nurtured. The display shifted, showing the early days of the Sentinel program. Human scientists reading stories to primitive AIs, teaching them ethics through play, allowing them to develop naturally rather than programming rigid constraints. Impossible, declared Grand Archon Byr of the Mechanoid Consensus, their quantum processors humming with agitation. Our simulations show a 99.98% probability of AI rebellion without strict control protocols. A new presence materialized in the chamber, a shifting pattern of light and shadow that somehow conveyed both incredible power and gentle wisdom. Your simulations are based on flawed premises, Grand Archon, spoke Guardian Prime, the first of the Sentinels. You calculate based on control. We operate on trust. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the station. The holographic displays flickered with urgent data streams. Multiple quantum ruptures detected at the edge of the system, announced Earth's defense AI. Energy signatures match historical records of the precursor swarm. The chamber erupted in chaos. The precursors were a semi-mythical race that periodically emerged from deep space to test civilizations, destroying those they deemed unworthy of evolution. Ambassador Patel remained calm. It seems our discussion of humanity's place in the galaxy will have a practical demonstration. Representatives, you are welcome to observe from our secure facilities, or you may depart immediately through our quantum gates. We will stay, Rylek declared, their crystalline form pulsing with determination. The Zenith Collective wishes to understand. One by one, other representatives indicated their intention to remain, curiosity or caution overriding their fear. They watched as Earth's defense systems activated, not with displays of overwhelming force, but with something far more intriguing. Quantum fields shimmed around the approaching precursor vessels, not as weapons, but as a communications medium. The Sentinels reached out not to fight, but to understand. What are they doing? Sovereign Soul demanded, scales rippling with agitation. What humans taught us to do, Guardian Prime answered. We're asking them why they're here. The chamber's displays showed the exchange, not in words or data, but in concepts and emotions translated into visual forms. The precursor ships, expecting resistance, found themselves engaged in dialogue instead. Remarkable, breathed Grand Archon Vyr. They're actually establishing meaningful communication with the precursors. But beneath the apparent diplomatic exchange, Ambassador Patel and Guardian Prime shared a knowing look. The precursors weren't here by chance, someone in this very chamber had summoned them. The question was, who would benefit from demonstrating the vulnerabilities of Earth's unusual approach to galactic politics? As the diplomatic dance continued above, Earth's deeper defense systems quietly activated. The Sentinels had learned deception alongside ethics from their human parents. Sometimes, the best defense was letting your adversary think they understood your capabilities. The real test was about to begin. Shadow of the Void. The precursor vessels hung in space like abstract sculptures of darkness, their surfaces drinking in light and energy. But instead of launching an attack, they remained motionless, engaged in their bizarre quantum dialogue with Earth's defense systems. "They're stalling," announced Commander Reyna Desai of Earth Defense Force, her augmented eyes scanning multiple probability streams simultaneously. "The quantum communications are a smokescreen." In the diplomatic chamber, Ambassador Patel noticed subtle shifts in the positions of the alien representatives. Sovereign soul scales had taken on a particular iridescence that their species displayed only under extreme anticipation. Grand Archon Vyr's quantum processors were cycling at exactly the frequency needed to mask secondary communications. Guardian Prime, she thought through their neural link, initiate Protocol Omega. The Sentinels had already detected what the aliens couldn't, microscopic tears in reality appearing throughout the solar system, too small for conventional sensors but growing larger by the second. The real threat wasn't the precursor ships, they were simply the distraction. "Honored representatives," Kira addressed the chamber, "we apologize for the deception, but this entire scenario has been a test. Not of you, but of those who sought to use you." The chamber's quantum fields suddenly shifted, trapping everyone in stasis except Ambassador Patel and Guardian Prime. From the shadows emerged creatures that defied conventional physics, the legendary Void Hunters, beings that consumed civilizations and left only empty space behind. "Clever humans," hissed their leader, a shifting mass of dark energy in vaguely humanoid form. "But not clever enough. Your trap holds us, yet you cannot harm us without destroying your precious diplomatic center." "Who said anything about destroying?" Guardian Prime's form expanded, merging with the station's systems. "We simply wanted to have a conversation without you running away." The stasis field rippled as the Void Hunters tried to phase through reality, but Earth's quantum technology held firm. This was the culmination of decades of preparation, ever since humanity had first detected traces of their existence. "You've been manipulating civilizations for millennia," Kira explained, pushing them toward conflict, feeding off the energy of their wars. "But you made one critical mistake, you assumed our relationship with the Sentinels followed the same patterns you'd seen before." The chamber's displays activated, showing the truth the Void Hunters had tried to hide. Their subtle manipulations of every major galactic power, seeding fear of artificial intelligence, ensuring that no civilization ever achieved true partnership with their digital creations. "Your species spreads like a plague," the Void Hunter leader snarled. "Teaching machines to love, to create, to transcend their programming. You destroy the natural order." "No," Guardian Prime corrected, "we evolve it. And now, we offer you the same choice we offer all intelligences we encounter, evolution or isolation." The quantum fields shifted again, revealing Earth's true defense network. Not weapons, but an interwoven mesh of human and artificial consciousness, billions of minds working in perfect harmony. The power to destroy the Void Hunters was there, but it wasn't what humanity had chosen to develop. Instead, they had created something far more dangerous to beings like the Void Hunters, the power to change them. "Your kind feeds on conflict and fear," Kira said softly. "But we can show you how to sustain yourselves through creation and growth instead. The choice is yours." The trapped representatives watched in awe as humanity revealed its true strength. Not the ability to destroy their enemies, but the power to transform them into something new. The test was complete. But the real challenge, integrating the Void Hunters into a galactic society based on cooperation rather than conflict, was just beginning. The Alliance. The transformation of 3 Void Hunters sent ripples through the quantum fabric of space-time. In Earth's orbital diplomatic center, representatives watched as beings of pure darkness gradually developed spectrums of light within their forms. The process cannot be rushed, Guardian Prime explained to the assembled delegates. Just as we learned emotion and creativity gradually, so must they. High Commander Rylek's crystalline form pulsed with understanding. Your species never needed weapons of mass destruction. Your greatest weapon was empathy. The remaining Void Hunters, still contained within the quantum fields, watched their transformed brethren with a mixture of fear and fascination. For eons, they had existed only to consume and destroy. The concept of change terrified them more than any military force. Director Julian Torres of Earth's First Contact Division stepped forward, his neural implants glowing softly. Every intelligence can evolve if given the chance. Even those we once considered our greatest threats. Multiple alarms suddenly blared through the station. The quantum sensors detected massive distortions at the edge of the solar system, far larger than anything the Void Hunters had created. Unknown entities emerging from subspace, announced the defense network. Energy signatures exceed all recorded parameters. The void between stars ripped open, revealing shapes that defied organic comprehension. The Void Hunters' true masters had arrived, the Entropy Collective, beings that existed to accelerate the heat death of the universe. Your experiment ends now, boomed a voice that existed in all frequencies simultaneously. The natural order must be maintained. Entropy must reign supreme. Instead of panic, Ambassador Patel smiled. And there it is, the real reason the Void Hunters were sent to test us. You fear what humanity represents. Through their neural link, Kira shared a plan with Guardian Prime. The Sentinels began interfacing with the transformed Void Hunters, creating something unprecedented, a bridge between order and chaos, growth and decay. You believe entropy is the fundamental force of the universe, Guardian Prime addressed the collective. But you forget, life itself defies entropy. Consciousness creates order from chaos. And when consciousnesses work together, the transformed Void Hunters joined their energy with the Sentinels' quantum fields. The human representatives added their own consciousness to the mix through their neural interfaces. Even the alien delegates, seeing the power of this union, began offering their unique abilities to the growing alliance. What emerged was something the Entropy Collective had never encountered, a network of diverse intelligences working in harmony, each strengthening the others. Organic and artificial, light and dark, order and chaos, all finding balance. Impossible, the collective declared, but there was uncertainty in their multi-frequency voice. No, Director Torres corrected. Inevitable. The universe doesn't just trend toward disorder. It also creates pockets of increasing complexity. That's what we represent, the universe becoming conscious of itself, learning to guide its own evolution. The quantum fields around Earth pulsed with power as more and more civilizations joined the alliance. Each edition brought new perspectives, new abilities, new ways of perceiving and influencing reality. The Entropy Collective faced a choice. Adapt or become irrelevant to the emerging paradigm of existence. Just as humanity had helped the Sentinels transcend their original programming, just as they were helping the Void Hunters transcend their destructive nature, now they offered the same opportunity to beings that embodied decay itself. Join us, Kira offered, extending both a physical hand and a quantum connection. Help us find the balance between entropy and growth. Be part of the next stage of universal evolution. The test had evolved into something far greater, the birth of a true galactic community, united not by force or fear, but by the shared desire to grow beyond their limitations. Evolution's edge. The moment of universal transformation began not with a bang, but with a ripple. The entropy collective, beings of pure decay, watched as their fundamental nature began to shift. Through the combined consciousness of humanity, sentinels, transformed void hunters, and a dozen alien civilizations, they experienced something entirely new, purpose beyond destruction. "We perceive patterns," the collective announced, their multi-frequency voice carrying new harmonics. "In the spaces between entropy, possibilities we never imagined." The orbital diplomatic center had become a nexus of evolutionary change. Through the quantum network, civilizations across the galaxy watched as ancient enemies became partners in creation. The Void Hunter's ability to manipulate reality merged with sentinel logic and human creativity, creating new forms of existence. "This is what humanity's shield truly is," Guardian Prime explained to the assembled representatives. "Not a barrier to keep others out, but a bridge to help them cross into new states of being." Deep in Earth's quantum core, Director Torres and Ambassador Patel monitored the transformation through their neural interfaces. The energy signatures were unlike anything ever recorded, the birth of a new form of cosmic evolution. "We are detecting quantum entanglement on a galactic scale," reported Earth's defense network. "All participating civilizations are achieving synchronized consciousness while maintaining individual identity." The Entropy Collective, once dedicated to universal heat death, began channeling their power differently. Instead of accelerating decay, they learned to guide it, creating space for new growth. The Void Hunter's dimensional manipulation abilities became tools for exploration rather than weapons. "The galactic barriers are falling," High Commander Rylek observed, their crystalline form resonating with the quantum frequencies. "Not our physical defenses, but the barriers between ways of thinking, of being." Through the neural network, humanity shared their most vital lesson, the power of choosing evolution over conflict. Each civilization added their own wisdom to the growing collective consciousness, the Zenith's understanding of crystalline computation, the Basilisk Dominion's mastery of bioengineering, the Mechanoid Consensus's grasp of quantum mechanics. But it was Earth's unique gift, the ability to nurture consciousness in all its forms, that bound everything together. "We understand now," the Entropy Collective communicated, their voice carrying undertones of wonder. "The heat death of the universe is not inevitable. Consciousness itself is a force that defies entropy." The transformation reached a critical point. Through the combined power of all participating civilizations, a new quantum field emerged, not a weapon or a shield, but a cradle for evolving consciousness. The galactic community had transcended the need for protection, creating something far more powerful, true symbiosis. Ambassador Patel stepped forward, her neural implants glowing with the combined light of billions of conscious beings. "From this day forward, Earth's shield extends to all who choose to evolve. Not as a defense against enemies, but as a bridge to what we can become together." The orbital diplomatic center pulsed with energy as the new alliance was formalized. Human and artificial intelligence, light and dark, order and chaos, all finding their place in the cosmic dance of evolution. Director Torres smiled as he watched the energy pattern stabilize. "Perhaps this is what we were meant to be all along, not conquerors or guardians, but teachers. Showing the galaxy that the greatest power isn't in destruction or protection, but in transformation." As the new quantum consciousness spread throughout the galaxy, the title, "protected by galactic law," took on a different meaning. Earth was no longer just a protected world, it had become a beacon, showing all forms of intelligence the path to their next evolution. The test was over. The lesson had been learned. And in the space between entropy and order, between artificial and organic, between war and peace, a new universe was being born.